Welcome back to Online Game Freaks. This is Freaks, and today we could call this learning our lesson. Turns out scrap versus Tapebots doesn't add up, so I'm definitely doing the damage to our lovely village. This little spot here where the cow is hanging out, this is where the big hit happened. You can even see I put a double row of material in front of it because it was so bad. By the time I got the Farmbot down, the Tapebots that had surrounded the place had really done some damage. There's just random bits missing everywhere. Let's keep in mind, the goal for our series here is to take out the hardest raid possible. We'll get 3 Farmbots, and that just sounds like a nightmare. Right now, I'm just a lonely little scrap guy. This wall won't do. This brick isn't sufficient. The metal's great. The metal's really good. This low-level concrete's not doing anything, but this brick's got to go. So this entire wall needs to be replaced with either high-level concrete or some good metal. But either way, we're going to need to do a lot of harvesting. That said, this is my vehicle. My vehicle is great. It is highly multi-purpose. It does everything. It's an all-in-one. But it's now we're at the point where I think I need to split the vehicle. I want to make a pure mining vehicle because this could do a little better. If I could use another refiner. I find when I'm mining, I get a lot more on the ground and I'm constantly waiting on the refining. We're going to take this apart and build us a mining vehicle. And I'm still going to need an adventure vehicle. I still need the one that's going to get around and take care of business. But for now, we're going to focus on the mining because I need all the resources to build this wall. Yeah, there's really no way for me to keep any of this. I think I'm just gonna have to take it apart and make two separate vehicles. I guess let's just start unloading the chest, and from there we'll fill them up with our car parts. I guess we can make a pile of our big things that are necessary. Like, we definitely gonna have a refiner, and you can see over here, I'll zoom in a little bit, I got another refiner and a couple more collectors because I definitely want to have 4 collectors and 2 refiners. We're going all in on the mining situation. Oh yeah, look at all this. I got a lot of parts to take, a lot of pieces in here, but that's okay. It's going to make a great setup for us when we get our mining vehicle specialized. The biggest part from here is these 2 big things over here. I need to figure out how big these are, and basically everything is going to get built around them since they're the biggest thing. And I don't know, like, what are my options here? Okay, it's on the ground, it can only go sideways. So let's get out the lift. And what I was hoping is if there's a way to get these to go, like, lay them down. Feel pretty good around this, but I think this is still only going to get me 2 collectors. It'd be good to be able to find a way to have it pull from 4, because that's really what ends up happening. I fill up my collectors and it cannot keep up with the pace that I'm mining. Interesting. A lot of this you can't actually jump on. So keep fiddling with it. We'll find a layout that may work if I can get it going for 4 collectors. We're almost there. So after a lot of wiggling these things around, trying to find out the best way to spread them front and back, left to right, top to bottom, I've landed here. And at first I'm like, man, it's really wide and short, but I'm like, well, I don't think it matters. Once I put some blades on the front of this thing and some wheels, basically I think we're gonna end up with a combine or something like that, like a tractor, which is great. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to build a little bit of a base into this so that I can slap some seats. I mean, right now there's no place to sit, and we need some room to put some of our logic. We're going to have a few things going on here. I'd like movable arms, etc. Storage. Oh, this is good. Okay. Yeah. So I think from here, it's just a matter of trying to figure out how to turn this into a car. All right, just a quick update. I got wheels on it. I framed it and I put wheels on it, and you can see I went big. We're definitely going industrial with this build. I'm not clowning around when I say I need to go get the metal and ore we're gonna be getting it. So yeah, it's definitely framed out. We're just sticking with our tractor look, and I can already tell, like you can see, look how small this guy is compared to this giant machine we're making. So we're definitely gonna add some more teeth to this bad boy, no doubt about it. I got all this extra room in the back. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it. I mean, it's a tractor, who knows? Maybe I'll put a cab on it or something. But I think we're looking pretty good. Nothing's wired. You can see it's just a raw draft. I'm still in the sketching phase of my design, but I do like how industrial it's getting. I really feel like I'm going to be able to rip through some rocks with this bad boy. There's 2 refiners and 4 collectors on this thing. Oops, there I go. Yep. Give me back down. There we go. Now she's up on her own feet. Looking good. Little loose, but we'll slap a seat on there and tighten that right up. But I do want to sketch in these teeth. I think I'm gonna have to buy more. Now the thing I liked about this is I had some short ones on the side and a springy one in the middle, and it really worked well to kind of push against them, and it didn't create too much lag. So what I think I'm gonna do is put some more fixed ones on the side. We're in an even width with this build, so we're gonna have to see where all these teeth line up. This. I think we're right about there. Oh, I do like it. Hi, buddy. Are you trying to eat my... I don't have any corn for you right now, but I can always use more corn. Hold on, buddy. I got you hooked up. Yes, this is classic case of me seeing a squirrel and chasing it, but you know, the cows are cute. Oh, hey, what's up? You got a friend over here. Over here. Turn around, dude. It's right behind you. Your friend's gonna eat all your... All right, look, you can have... The smart cow can have the corn. I guess that's how it works. Where was I? Okay, drill bit. Yeah, I kind of like that setup. Now, what I do know is that these small ones don't have... These are level 4 durability. I am trying to build with at least level 5 durability. So I do want to replace that with these pipes here, which are a 5. Hey, Gary. Hey, Sandy. Thanks for your donation. You guys got food? Oh, great. Plenty of food. At this point, I've got the first row of blades on, and I really like it. And I've got springs, or, you know, suspension on the first 4 here. And they're different tightnesses. And the idea is that it'll kind of catch me as I hit into the rocks and not maintain traction. So it really should chew the crap out of stuff. That is the plan. Now, I don't have in the saw blades yet for the wood pieces. I'm gonna do a little engineering thought here. I think I want to swing them. I have this nice gap here. If I could pull the blades out of that gap and get them in the angle I want, it might work well. But I've got so many bearings already. I don't want to cause this to be a lag monster. So far, so good. So next up, I think I've really got to figure out how to get that arm swing to come down for the saw blades so we can cut up, you know, trees. And I find it really helps push the rocks even when we're just mining. Let me figure that out for a second. I think I also got to find the saw blade. I don't know where I tucked them away, but they're around here somewhere. So let me grab the saw blades and then I'll be right back. All right, back in action. Yeah, I think we need to... I'll finish up all of this and then we'll have plenty of material. And by plenty, we'll have a good start, I think. Just upgrading the wall of the base. Remember, that's what this was all about, is to make sure we can get tons of material to upgrade the wall of the base. We've got to get either high-level concrete or high-level metal or something that the bots can't just shoot through right away. So we've got to build up some defenses on that wall. The stone looks great, but it just really doesn't work well when it comes to protecting your farm. There we go. All right, 1 tree down. Not a lot of need for wood right now. I really definitely need the metal and the concrete, the stone. But it's good to know we can grab some of that when I need to. If for no other reason, we got to keep our glow bugs fed. Yeah, I really like how the blades work with the drill bits like this, and it scoops up the rocks and it puts them right on the bits, and you can really just kind of mow things around. It's just a really good combo. I'm not saying it's the best system ever. It's just a good one. And I'm excited that I'm getting a lot of materials that I'll be able to use to help with the base. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is get the rest of this cleaned up. It's just going to take a little longer with the refiners going and me mowing the yard of rocks. But once that's done, we'll check the chest. We'll see how much ore and or the basic rock. I don't know what the heck it's called, but that and the metal we've got, and that'll allow us to start building our wall. So let me get to it. I'll keep finishing this up, and I'll see you on the other side, and we'll get a count. The combine has finally settled down. It's been grinding on these resources for quite a while. I took the opportunity, of course, to add some paint, and as usual, I am completely out of paint, but that's good. It's done with its job anyway. So let's, I put in the back, I put all of the ore together that we just mined, and it's almost a full chest, just from those few rock piles that we did knock out already. We've almost got a full row of the metal, a bunch of the stone, and a few odds and ends from a few hay bots and trees that happen by, but a really good haul so far. I've got a gas problem. I think I've barely enough gas to get home, if that. So let's see if we can make it straight. No, we can't. I can't waste gas on hills, guys. I need to get home. Okay, let's get home. We'll need to make some gas. Out of fuel, just at the property line. Not too bad. We did pretty good. I might as well use the jack and bring him back. We were so close to making it back to base. Let me get my inventory sorted out, and then we can get working on the wall. I at least want to get one section done on the wall. We're going to start on the wall where the Farmbot hit, and once we get that sorted, we'll see what we can do about the rest. But for now, let me empty my inventory, and then we'll get to work on building. Right here in red, of course, is our problem area. I've marked it, and I'm thinking that this is where we'll start, just to, you know, take care of this. And the wall's actually in a good spot here. It's actually been metal, and I've even trimmed off the bottom layer, a little less connection, saves you a few blocks. You know, it helps with lag. There's a few reasons you might want to do that, but that's what I did. But the rest of this wall that is brick has to go. This is all terrible, and it's not much, but this difference between a 4 durability and 5 is the difference between a Tapebot being able to take it out one hit. It's not great still. I think really at the end of the day, this needs to be upgraded to a metal 2, metal 3, and we go that way. But for now, I just can't afford that, and I can't afford just to leave this brick. You know, the goal, of course, going after that top tier raid, we can't be goofing around with subpar materials. Okay, and I do like this walkway. Now, it being scrap was just what I had in my pocket at the time, but it actually, there's an opportunity here for this. You know, it slows them down if it's made of a good material. So I do want to replace that, but just with, you know, iron, you know, good metal. So if a bot does get through the wall, they still have to contend with this as a barrier. Amazing how quick this material goes. All that time mining, one wall, and we'll be lucky if we're actually able to finish this. There we go, a solid metal wall. So the Tapebots can't shoot through that. The problem now, of course, is they can shoot over it, and that's look, they're just dismantling my base. You know, that is something I can do with this brick I'm recovering, but that just means they're going to shoot one shot, one little hole at a time, instead of taking out a whole scrap panel. It'll look a little better for a while. All of this has to be replaced with something sturdier. Doesn't look too bad actually with the brick in there. Of course, this place is going to turn into a stone fort in no time if we... Wow, look at the damage those Tapebots did. These little chunks. Like every time I look, I find a new one, and you can see I've already done some patchwork here before. This isn't my focus. This is more of a distraction for right now. I shouldn't really be doing this, but having my poor little scrap base all beat up like this, I feel bad. This is kind of embarrassing. If I have guests come over, they're really gonna wonder what happened here. Oh, look at this, the whole side got shot out. Good thing I just happened to have come into some extra brick. Now the good news is this layer right here, when I stand here, and you know, if I can afford it, maybe another layer back, but this is really good wonkin' range. I can really whack them with the hammer from here. So this is really helpful in that regard, but it won't stop the Tapebot. So what I'm thinking is we go ahead and add a higher layer. We just, I don't know how high up yet. Really just, oops, wrong material. That's exactly what we're getting rid of. Get bust out the metal here. There we go. And how tall do we want to make it? because I still want to be able to thwack the bad guys. And I guess, you know, the bigger I make the hole, the more they can shoot through it. So how would that look if I'm just ducking it? Because I do want to get an actual walkway up at the higher level too. That's really one of the points of this, is that I want to be able to shoot them from above. It looks pretty good from the outside. You can definitely get, if I was a Tapebot, I could still really wreck the place. I'm really not sure about having that gap. I think maybe I just go up and not worry about the hammer. I think this is silly. There's no way I can defend all that. I think I'm just asking for trouble. I can no longer just like get through. I'm gonna have to run around or find a door. We're gonna have to put some doors in this wall. I don't actually have a single one. I've just been hopping over it. So this is actually gonna put an end to that. Oh yeah, I already feel safer. Just plug in the gap. Although I am starting to get prison vibes. So I don't know. Maybe maybe we can paint the wall. I'm looking at this red over here. I'm like, maybe we can do something, make it a little friendlier, so it doesn't look so much like a prison. But you know, remember, this is to keep them out, not to keep me in. Nobody can keep me in. This can actually go. I can get all this metal back. Now I'll need it up above. I'm just gonna spend it right again, but don't need it here, because we're just not gonna play the hit them with a hammer while they shoot up my base game. They're gonna have to deal with me first. With a little work, you can see here, this is the wall. We're gonna call it before at this point. This is the original wall, and it was good for hammering. And if all we had was haybots and the little topebot, we'd have been fine. But when those Tapebots showed up and they started knocking holes in everything, you know, like this building's half wrecked, it really dented us. So with our new improved miner and the ease it is for us to get materials, with just a few rocks and just, you know, a couple of days of scrap mechanic work, not long in real time, I was able to get enough materials to build. Excuse me, there's a lot of walks. I don't know why there's a lot of walks here right now. Some sort of convention, I'm not really sure. But as you can see us approaching, this is the new wall. This is what we did with the materials that we gained from our little mining expedition. You can see here we now have a completely new wall on this side. It tapers off on both. You can see the original back here as well. But this side where we got hit with that Farmbot is now completely. Now I do worry about Tapebots and my lamps. I'll replace them as need be. That's part of the deal. And I don't have any guns. That last guy took out the gun I had on this wall, so I will need to move some guns over here and purchase some more mounted guns. That won't be a big deal. You can see it. We've got stairs. I don't know if you can see on the other side or not, but we have stairs on both sides that takes us up here. If I get out my spud gun, and from here I can pick off anybody that's out there. I don't see anybody at the moment unless I want to hit a cow, or I can duck down and I'm safe from Tapebot. And as you can see here, I have a groove, so if anybody's on the wall, I can deal with those as well. If there's no Tapebots, I can just run down here. So I left myself some room, and it's a tight little spot, as you can see, but I'll be able to pick them off. It feels really, it's got a lot of good defenses. I even put some gaps in it. I want to put some more of those little windows in there, kind of cut down on the prison look a little bit. I want to extend our bar out, but it still needs a little something. So let me grab something out of my locker real quick, and we'll see what we can do to finalize this wall. I painted it white. It looks great. And then this is why I can't be trusted with paint guns. Look at this. I got a little out of control. I thought it needed something, and I think I was inspired. I can't tell you what inspired me exactly. I mean, if you know, you know, but I think this was the great touch for our brand new, highly defensible side of the base. I feel really good about this. Now, we do still have some stuff poking out there, and I know those Tapebots, they're going to go for that stuff. So we're going to have to definitely put in some good materials up there. I'm not letting go of the buildings. I'm just going to reinforce them. Our mission is accomplished for the day. I think we've done really well using the materials that we had to convert the car into a very, very efficient mining machine, so that we're able to pull the resources together and build a wall like this on our first trip out. There will be more. Of course, we've got to finish this wall. And I do want to do some upgrades to the metal. I think we do need at least another row of this level 3 metal all the way around. And of course, we need some more weapons. On this side of the base, there are no defenses that are capable of taking out a Farmbot, and we've got to fix that. So perhaps another turret or some other major weapon that we can use to take out the Farmbot. I really want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate your like and subscribe. It goes a long way to helping us provide content for the channel, and your comments are wonderful. I really appreciate all the great scrap mechanic feedbacks with your questions and your ideas and suggestions. I definitely feel like I will need to answer some of your suggestions more directly by some testing. I think I have promised that, and we'll definitely do that up in the lab or in the field, depending on the suggestion. But thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time in game.